Benjamin Netanyahu just threatened to sue the New York Times. Yeah, a lot has happened in the last week. Let me catch you up. I started with this New York Times opinion piece written by Nicholas Kristof. He claimed Israeli security forces had systematically sexually abused Palestinian prisoners, also claiming that Israeli police dogs were being trained to rape. Meanwhile, an Israeli commission was releasing a 300-page report on Hamas's atrocities on October 7th and against Israeli hostages. The report was based on hundreds of interviews, 10,000 photographs and videos, and all of it was corroborated. It was set to release on May 12th. The New York Times article published one day earlier. But here's where it starts getting interesting. The Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs posted this, saying they had approached New York Times with a report months ago, but the outlet said that they weren't interested. Which would mean the New York Times knew about the report of sexual violence, potentially knew on a Friday that it was going to be released the next Tuesday, and chose to post this article instead the day before. Simultaneously, our team at Honest Reporting was fact-checking the New York Times article. We checked sources, previous testimonies of abuse, and exposed that the article didn't have one credible source or claim, including the fact that dogs literally cannot be trained to rape people, despite Nicholas Kristof doubling down. The independent journalist that sourced in the article, that's Al-Sa'i. He worked for Al Jazeera. He was also imprisoned by the Palestinian Authority for providing Hamas a list of Palestinian prisoners in Israel, and arrested twice by Israel for incitement. But the New York Times article never mentions any of that. Euromed was cited as a source, but their long list of links to Hamas weren't. And what we found was evidence of journalistic malpractice. So we called them out on it. And then the New York Times started responding, defending Nicholas Kristof, claiming his details were fact-checked, calling him one of the world's best reporters documenting sexual abuse, and claiming the outlet never turned down Israel's 300-page report or knew about the timing of its release. Which brings us to the present, the lawsuit. Now, will it move forward? Most likely not. But here's what we do know. The New York Times article is a fundamental failure of journalistic integrity. They made a sensational and damning claim about systematic rape. And the thing about sensational claims is that they require sensational evidence. Nicholas Kristof provided none. And he doubled down on a dog rape claim that is not even biologically possible. That's not just bad and negligent reporting. It's much more serious because Jews are being called vermin, protested outside of their houses of worship, and physically attacked in the streets. And all of that starts with lies like these that frame them as being subhuman. Tag the New York Times, demand they retract this article, and demand an apology.